So we're asking the bartenders to suspend the serving of drinks at this time as we prepare for this part of the afternoon. And I'm telling you, there are casks and casks of drink that you will get afterwards. I hope you have a designated driver. Because that's crucial. May I ask you to put your phones on vibrate or silent? I can't help myself. I'm looking at Joy Spence's face, and it looks as if she's trying to blend up another one. Minister. They have to sweep the room, make sure that there's nothing in here that shouldn't Ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem.
Eternal Father, bless our land, guide us with thy mighty hand, keep us free from evil powers, be our light through countless hours, to our leaders, great defenders, grant true wisdom from above. Justice fruits be yours forever, Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. Teach us true respect for all, stir response to duty's call, strengthen us the weak to cherish, give us visions lest we perish. Knowledge sent us, heavenly Father, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be yours forever, Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love.
Please be seated. Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica. Anthony Hilton, Member of Parliament and Opposition Spokesperson on Industry, Commerce and Logistics, representing the Leader of the Opposition. His Worship, the Mayor of Kingston, Councillor Andrew Swaby. Dr. Eria Ascola, European Union Ambassador to Jamaica. Dr. Joy Spence, Master Blender. Daniel Caron, Managing Director, Wray and Nephew Limited. Clement Jimmy Lawrence, former Wray and Nephew Limited Managing Director and current Chairman of West Indies Rum and Spirits Producers Association. Noel Dawson, 39 years completed and still an employee right here at Wray and Nephew. Ladies and gentlemen, specially invited guests, it's good to see you here, but it can't start so.
Wray and Nephew, our spirit.
Big up all who are drink rum.
These, I want you to look here. There are some barrels here. These commemorative barrels mark 200 years of Jamaican excellence. Your signature becomes part of our story. Your signature becomes part of our story. Remember that. A tribute to the past and a toast to the future. They will stand proudly at our Spanish Town Road home, sealed with the spirit of this historic celebration. So before you leave here, ensure that you get your signature on one of these barrels. Prime Minister, you never get any. But seriously speaking, you know that in Jamaica, this is not fun. In Jamaica, before you build a house, part of it is that you get the white rum for the libations. It's part of our heritage, our African heritage. And it's not just that rum and lime for cold, or rum and ganja to rub pain, arthritis, or it's just used widely, rum and coconut water. But this part, the libation is very important. So good afternoon. Some people get dosed bad a while ago. Welcome to Ray and Nephew's 200th anniversary celebration. I'm Faye Ellington. It's a pleasure for me to be here to be the compare this afternoon. Today we are celebrating something rare, very rare. A company that's been part of Jamaica for 2 centuries. We're here where it all started, in Kingston, where John Wray opened his first tavern in 1825. And if you think about it, emancipation was 1834, and full free was 1838. So you'd understand what was happening there. And that, as you heard earlier on, Prime Minister, that tavern that was opened, the Shakespeare Tavern, right next door to the Ward Theatre. So let's begin with our managing director, Daniel Caron. He leads a company that started with one man's vision and has become one of Jamaica's business success stories. So, Mr. Caron, might I invite you to join me here and welcome your very special guests.
Thank you, Faye. Thank you. Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica. Anthony Hilton, Opposition Spokesperson of Industry, Commerce, and Logistics, representing the Leader of the Opposition. His Worship, the Mayor of Kingston, Councillor Andrew Schwabe. Dr. Urja Ashkola, European Union Ambassador to Jamaica. Dr. Joy Spence. Clement Jimmy Lawrence, Chairman of the West Indies Rum and Spirits Producers Association. Other members of the Ray and Nephew and Campari family, distinguished guests, and members of the media. Good afternoon. So welcome. Welcome to 23 Dominica Drive, the corporate headquarters, and welcome to a celebration that has been 200 years in the making. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you all for this monumentous occasion, to celebrate the 200th anniversary of a company that means so much to Jamaica. This room is filled with people who have helped us write our story. Some of you have worked alongside us for decades. Others are new partners in our journey. All of you are part of what makes Ray and Nephew more than just a company. You make us a family rooted in Jamaica soil. It is not by chance that we are here together to honor of the storied heritage of this company and this beautiful island that we call home. As the oldest registered company in Jamaica, Ray and Nephew Limited and the award-winning brands that we represent have been ingrained within the fabric of Jamaican life over the last 2 centuries and sharing our spirit with the world. I'm particularly proud of how we've grown our commitment to our communities through our philanthropy of transforming lives and communities to make Jamaica better. Since 2016, we formalized our work with the establishment of the Wray and Nephew Foundation. We've rebuilt the Middlesex Infant School to meet Early Childhood Commission standards, giving our youngest citizens the foundations they deserve. Some recent examples include the constructions of the Elam agro-processing plant with sustainable solar technology, creating opportunities while protecting our environment. We've supported educational initiatives through a scholarship program, investing nearly $200 million since 2016, because we believe in nurturing the next generations of Jamaican leaders. When COVID-19 struck our island, we did hesitate. The Wray and Nephew Foundation and our company executed immediate interventions, because in times of crisis, we step up. That's what family does. But today isn't just about looking back. It's about looking forward with the same bold vision that drove John Wray to open the first tavern in 1825. In 1997, when Joy Spence became the world's first female master blender, she didn't just break a barrier. She showed the world what Jamaican innovation looks like. Today, our Wray and Nephew white overproof rum isn't just the official spirit of Jamaica. It's a heartbeat of our culture. Our Appleton Estate aged rum range is enjoyed all over, and we bring these rums to the world. Last week, we unveiled Appleton Estate, the Source 51-year-old Jamaican rum. Again, proving that true craftsmanship only gets better with time. Our Cheers to More isn't just our anniversary theme. It is our promise to you. So today, as we continue to celebrate this iconic milestone, here's to John Wray's vision. Here's to Charles Ward's legacy. Here's to Joy Spence's pioneering spirit. Here's to every person who has ever worked these halls, shared our rum, or believed in our mission. Here's to Jamaica. Here's to our communities. Here's to our future. Cheers to more.
Cheers to more. And I thought I should share with you, because Daniel made mention of the Wray and Nephew white overproof rum. And while I was preparing for this assignment, I came across this information, ladies and gentlemen, that this rum received 3 gold medals in 3 world fairs. The first world fair was London in 1832. The second was Paris in 1878, and in Jamaica in 1881, when there was a world fair that happened here. Cheers to more. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you very much. But you mentioned a 51-year-old rum. What's that, a cognac? No, you'd have that like you would a cognac? I'm just wondering. I don't know much about these things, but same thing? Same way as a cognac. See, I'm not too far away. She says, hence the price. A cognac, hence the price. Thank you, madam. Thank you. Now, this next speaker is not only the opposition spokesman on industry, investment, and global logistics, but he is also a member of Parliament for St. Andrew Weston, which is the home of the Wray and Nephew operations on Spanish Town Road. So he's all too familiar with the business operation of JWN as well as its people. Could you help me welcome at this time, representing the Leader of the Opposition, Mr. Anthony Hilton, Member of Parliament.
Thank you, Madam Master of Ceremonies. His Worship, the Mayor, Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Caron, and of course Joyce Spence, Jimmy, for all protocols observed. I'm here to represent the Prime Minister in a few remarks, but I'm here in multiple capacities. I'm here to represent my constituency, and I'm here to represent the industry. And I'll be brief in all three senses. First of all, the Prime Minister sends his regards, his congratulations. The Leader of Opposition. Sorry, Prime Minister. Only one at a time. The Leader of Opposition. The leader sends his congratulations. He raises that this is a milestone event. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here. He had a conflict in his schedule. But he wanted me to communicate to you, to Wray Nephew family, that he regards this firm, this enterprise, and the industry that it represents as a cornerstone of Jamaica's economy. It's a storied part of the future, of the past, and a major part of the future going forward. He wishes you all the best, and may you celebrate another 2 centuries in the not too distant future. Let me on my own behalf say that I had to be here. Today I twisted my ankle leaving my house, but I hobbled here because I could not be here. The reason is simply that Wray Nephew is a good, an excellent corporate citizen. Our relationship from the time I entered Western St. Andrew has been real and has been sustained. Wray Nephew, the philosophy, the philanthropy that the founder started continues, and I can testify to that. My community can testify to that. What the Wray Nephew Foundation does on an annual basis is simply unmatched. The support for education, for training of community members is really first class. And I want to join you in saying that perhaps the best gift is one of learning and of education. And your support for the community is recognized, it's appreciated, and we want to congratulate you. I'll say a few things on the industry. The industry has been resilient. The enterprise has been resilient. You mentioned COVID-19, and I remembered. I remembered how the enterprise pivoted. I remember how they reacted and how they engaged not only the community, the joining community, but all of Jamaica. And I witnessed the rebuilding, the restructuring of Wray Nephew. And I want to tell you that I am confident that this company has a future, not just a storied past, but a very, very bright future. Of course, I want to commend you for the manner in which you have deployed your master blender. I sat beside her and I said, well, you look a little exhausted. And she said, yes. I said, why you look so exhausted? She said, I'm just coming off the plane. And I said, you're still traveling? She said, yes. But Joyce Spence is world renowned. She's as important a part of Wray Nephew as its storied history. Joy has given much to this company, and her innovation and what she brought to this company and brings to this company is worth celebrating separate and apart from the company. We respect you. We honor you. I think we have done in the past. You continue to give and to contribute. Most of all, though, I'm very pleased that you continue to have your operations in the constituency. That's where the value added takes place. And that's the best part of the company. That's what produces the wealth. And we're here to support you. And I know that you know that logistics makes a difference. More. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Member of Parliament Hilton, for recognizing how Jamaican companies like Wray and Nephew built the nation's strength and resilience and capacity. Before we talk again, I'll bring somebody else here to speak. Let's take a look at the bigger picture. The history that shaped Jamaica, the history that shaped us, and what better way to do so than in song and dance? Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to bring to the stage at this time the Ashe Company. You could have welcomed them, though, you know.
Wray and Nephew.
Wray and Nephew.
That's what I prefer. For 200 years we celebrating. Celebrating forever. Let them talk.
Yes.
'Cause I am clear. We'll be toasting. Toasting forever.
So me have to sing with me rum. No matter how I may try. Me have to sing from the top of my voice. Me have to sing with me rum.
Today, we raise a glass, not just to Wray and Nephew, but to the legacy that has helped shape the very core of Jamaica by spirit and stage. Founded in 1825, Wray and Nephew is more than the most iconic brand in Jamaica. Its fiery flavors is a testament to the fire of the people. Bold and unforgettable.
But the story goes much deeper.
Yes, in 1912, Colonel Charles James Ward, the nephew in Wray and Nephew, gifted Jamaica the Ward Theatre, a national treasure that would become the cornerstone of Jamaican theatre, a portal, a place of world excellence.
And like this brand, this same space was once a launch pad for greatness. Theatrical productions traveling from England to Broadway, passing through Kingston to the Ward, staging them right here before taking them to the international stage.
In every drop of Wray and Nephew.
In every note sung,
And in every line spoken on that historic stage,
you taste the true essence of Jamaica. Rebellious, radiant, and
Ready for the world.
Hey! And what other way to celebrate Wray and Nephew but through song like mental, skia, rocksteady, reggae, and dancehall. Jamaica's music through the ages, like Wray and Nephew, 200 years. Let's celebrate. Here we go.
One good thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain. Sweet Jamaican music, when it hits, you feel no pain. You live the life you love, you love the life you live. Everything you have in mind, Jah will give.
Ooh-wee.
Greetings I bring from Jah to all ragamuffin. Ooh-wee.
Again.
Greetings I bring from Jah to all
it on. All right, let me see the hands of those who love Jamaica. All right, yeah. Well, I'm dreaming of a new Jamaica. A land of peace and love. Some say they cannot see no hope. That's why they leave this land. But I know without a fear. And that's why I wrote this song. Come along and me say, all who believe in love. Hey, I come sing this song with me. Sing the chorus song. All right. Sing this song with me. You know this one? I say, sweet, sweet Jamaica. Me Aki and me Sal. Post your man banana.
Hello, everybody. How you feeling? Feeling good? I'm about to take you to a land. You know what that land is? The land of rum. And I'm gonna tell you what I heard about the land. There's a land that I have heard about so far across the sea. There's a land that I have heard about so far across the sea. To have you on my dreamland would be like heaven to me. And surely we'll never die. Surely we'll never die.
Pick it up, pick it up. Silence, pick it up, pick it up. All the ladies, pick it up, pick it up. Watch this. New year, new style, new dance a lick. In your hand inna the ear, then you rock, then you dip. Move to the drum and make your body click. Step forward and come up back quick. That's the new style. How the whole place I do. Rap bogle dance, some music sweet you. Bogle around the place tight and this is us. Rap bogle dance from my ear through the place. Don't see many that. After the sub bogle stay. She not the wake, but she a rock same way. For real. Me love how the young girl do it. Rock so, dip so, the girl them look sweet. I want you who dance. We'll be the fine again. Around the street and the lane and around the bin. World dance is the name and the title. But time and the cripple and I don't know why Black Wizard love it so. And I limbo, Rosie's fine and you say a brand new dance how we have a man. I kill you all of them. Rosie's fine and you say a world of dance we come we teach them. Hey little birdie shout, that's my way I'm tempted to touch. You wear your perfume keeps me wanting you so much. So much, baby.
See the fire's spreading, it's getting hotter and hotter. Who the hell's gonna be in the shoes of the have-nots?
We love you like a friend.
Signs on your door.
So tell me if you're low
Will be safe for sure.
We love you like
But
a
if
friend.
you are in pretend,
So tell me
you're
if
the
you're low
wrong side of the fence.
Hit me with music. Hit me with music now.
Hit me with music. Yeah. Let me give you some love and affection. You got my attention. You need no correction.
Make your
Pour blessings in your direction. You got my attention. What an impression.
Boo, 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 yeah. I want to talk to all the beautiful ladies in the house this evening. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I've never been someone shy. But when I see your eyes, you know I had to try. Yeah. Oh, yes. Just let me get my words right and then approach ya. Woman, I treat you like a man is supposed to. You never had to cry, no, 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 no. And I know many men can relate to when they find that special. When you guys know this song, sing it with me.
She's royal,
Yeah.
so royal.
But it's so good, hey. And I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind. Oh Lord, the way she moves to a OB. She has the qualities of a queen. Yeah, she's a queen.
No other man can make me go like you. I would've left you, baby, even if I could. But now I'm bad up front. You make me wanna hunt, and I won't put the blunt. You got the goods, I got the truth. I wrote the song just for you. I wanna have it, baby. I want every part of you. The good, the bad, the old, and the new. Tell me what I say, baby boy, I do.
It's the spirit of a nation that make we dance. It's the spirit of Jerry and Nephew. Room. Hey, so we take it to them now. Everybody start take for yourself. Follow the rhythm and take for yourself. Swing with it and take for yourself. And if you dance, take for yourself. Cause some of them bad mind, some of them bad mind. Take for yourself, them bad mind. This is one every prime time. This is every prime time. Take for yourself from prime time. And if you can't do that dance, yeah. Take for yourself. And if you don't know that song, yeah. Take for yourself. If you don't like Jamaica, take for yourself. Everybody, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Let's go. We're celebrating 200 years. Wray and Nephew. Ole, 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 ole. Watch out one day. Watch out for this, and the modest lyrics. Mash up the place, put your one up for this. Yo, me now miss number one on the list. Hey, watch out for this.
So turn up in the place, I'm glad to me in ya. Because when good music I play, so I'm glad to me in ya.
Pull up, sound a beat and the bass a pull up, raise your hand and watch out for this. You know, when I wake up in the morning, I just feel like Jamaica nice. Yeah? I want to sing this for you. Jaja rise me out of my bed and me go a river and go wash my tread. Me alright, alright. Yeah, I me say Jaja sunrise wake me up this morning and I can hear Mama Africa calling. Alright, alright.
If you know this song, just sing along. Don't waste your time.
Thoughts of giving up.
It's all in your mind.
Let it go, let it go.
And I'm here to remind you
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Mister me no give up, I say there ain't no when the going gets tough, I said the tough gets going. Oh, my people, don't give up. I said there ain't no giving in. Oh, oh, oh.
Rastafari guide us. One good thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain. One good thing about music.
Yo, and when you're in the dance, you know, you have to hold up your glass like a Jerry and Nephew glass, you know. Hey,
if you love dancehall, bubble in the fall. You they got the grip and show it over the wall. Let go of the bird, do the nerves. Float and bumps as a dancehall word.
Hear ye. If your shoulders now fling, get out the ring.
To all dancers, everybody,
Fling,
my shoulder for you,
fling,
my shoulder for you,
fling.
with Jerry and Nephew, the new dancing thing.
Dancers, feeling good for the dinner. You can find out you're picking out a feather.
Don't bad mind my brother when you're going up the ladder. Money man and people make it cheddar.
Everybody,
Hold them there, hold them there, hold them there. Hold them there, pull it back there, hold them there. Hold them there, 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 hold them there.
it's time to gas. Time to drive.
All right. Yes, 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 yes.
Yo, everybody,
Go on with the road, go on with the road. Go on with the road, go on with the road. Go on with the road, go on with the road. Yes. Steer it up. Little darling. Bend your back under you do the stir fry. Push your foot under you do the stir fry. Spin on under you do the stir fry. And if you talk, then you have to get quiet.
Aberties.
Aberties. Already?
He never used to sing dancing song. Now him sing dancing song the world glad. I him did sing what's on sale. I him sing dirt bounce. I him sing tip in a it monsters. I want dance. Everybody learn. Aye, leg of the bird, leg of the bird, leg of the bird, leg of the bird. Aye, what's a drunk crow? On a eagle. What's a drunk crow? On a eagle. Catch a dip. And a normal dip. I should start dip. Jamaica start dip.
Jerry, you are, I take it over. Hey, I to the bounce, everybody bust a shoulder. I to the left, man, I rock it like coaster, full suit, the clothes. Hey, surprise them with a bang, left them with a bing. Everything we sing is a in thing. So I rank, give me rise, man, the rhythm. Bad mind coulda never stop our sing. Hey, watch out, uno, mouse, keeper, can't stop. Uno, singer, I saw me move, saw me rock, I saw me sing me like a bang, bang, bing, bing, bang, bang, bing.
One good thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain.
Sweet Jamaican music. Sweet Jamaican music.
Our hearts salute Jamaica. But this is a nephew for Jamaica. Oh, triumphant, proud and
Ray and Nephew, let's cheer to more.
Ashley.
All of you perhaps thinking that I go dance every night. Yeah, in my mind. Let me tell you what has happened there and what happens to me each time I hear the beat. It's coming right back from our traditional beats, our traditional dance forms, our traditional music. By the way, Yannick, me see you connect with the song a while ago and you're afraid for this move because you say, oh, I'm a photographer now, I can't move in here. But once I hear that rhythm, it connects with things like Dinky Minnie. It connects with Kumina. It connects with the Poco and Revival rhythm. And when the drum came out here a while ago, it go in your soul case, or in your soul. My mother speaks of soul case. all right? But that is what happens. And once the rhythm starts, it moves. Well, I can't help myself. Prime Minister, you've seen me around misbehaving all the time. It moves me. So I had to fly outside and dance a while ago. And while all of you sit down in here going like you don't want to move. You're a strange set of people. If I had to catch you a weddy, you'd have mashed along place. But you in here sit down. So what happened? Wray and Nephew, make I just get proper up myself. But let me tell you about one little thing I want to tell you about the Ashe Company. I went to see a production that they have now running, and corporate Jamaica, you can get in touch with them and sponsor an evening or get it for your company. It's called Dead Left. It's an amazing musical that they are doing. And I speak of it because I've seen it, I've experienced it. That group has been, over the years, they have grown tremendously, and they have done some outstanding work for culture in this country and in Jamaica. So please, if you get a chance, well, not if you get a chance, make the opportunity to sponsor an evening for either your community, your company, or school, or somebody, and see that production, Dead Left. All right, Miss Joy is you now. I bring joy in the morning. No, sorry, afternoon. 1997 through to now is a long time, and you've done so much for this company. World's first female master blender. Her journey with Ray and Nephew started in 1981, and that was all of 44 years ago. But it is one that will forever be etched in the Hall of Fame of this company, as well as Jamaica's history. So today, Dr. Joy Spence will share some of her reflections on her 44-year journey. Might I invite her to the microphone at this time?
Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Anthony Hilton, Member of Parliament representing the Leader of the Opposition, other distinguished guests, Mr. Daniel Caron, Managing Director, Ray and Nephew Limited, my beloved members of the Ray and Nephew family, members of the media. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful time so far. Faye, you didn't see me dancing in the seat when I heard the drumming, because I have to tell you, when I hear drumming, it's a different level. My journey with Ray and Nephew did not begin in 1825, incidentally. But fast forward to 1981, when I moved from a board research chemist at Tiamarillo to the newly created position of chief chemist at Ray and Nephew. Adventure began. I started to collaborate closely with the master blender at the time, Owen Tolo. Owen soon discovered that I had considerable organoleptic talent. What is that? The ability to detect, identify, and differentiate complex aromas. So over the next 16 years, under his expert guidance, I extended my knowledge of science and the rum-making industry to include the artistic side as well, honing my sensory skills and developing an unrivaled mastery of flavors and aromas. How lucky I was. Then in 1997, I made history when I smashed the spirit industry's glass ceiling and was appointed the world's first female master blender. A tremendous feat, but a feat filled with many challenges. I am now referred to globally as a rum queen. One of the biggest challenges for me at that time was the resistance from some of my male co-workers and some male consumers who thought it was impossible for a woman to be a master blender. And they told my boss, rum mash up now. I had the unwavering support of an excellent boss, Anthony Bell, who supported me all the way. As a female in the rum industry, I was really carrying the weight for other females, so I had to make sure I was successful. Globally, persons thought that I was a family member to have achieved this position or was married to the owner. I'm still questioned by immigration in disbelief of my craft. I had to work harder to gain recognition and experience chauvinism in many areas. This is why my mentorship of young women is so important to me, as well as my work and donations to the Ray and Nephew Foundation. It was a different time when I started. Most operations were labor intensive. I have seen a lot of changes in my over 40 years. The modernization of the agricultural sector, aging, blending, bottling facilities, a first world laboratory, and the remodeling of our fabulous visitor center. The most intriguing for me was how we transported our rum. There was a time when tankers made several trips across Spanish Town Road, carrying our rum from one facility to another. The logistics were complex. The traffic disruptions, constant. Accidents, constant. And the process daunting. Then came modern engineering, a pipeline installed beneath Spanish Town Road, carrying rum. So it now quietly and efficiently transfers our rum from one side of the road to the next, a testament to how innovation and evolution help to solve age-old challenges. Now, we received advice from Scotland on how to leave the pipeline dry at the end of each day, as their first experience in Scotland ended with holes being drilled in the pipeline at night, leaving very happy Scottish men. So we didn't want to have our males happy at night. We wanted to have them happy in different occasions. So we sent the message out, pipeline dry every night. Now, I have led several transformation projects, including the implementation of ISO 9000. And we gave ourselves a stretch target of being the first company in the Western Hemisphere to achieve certification in 6 months, starting from ground zero. Mission accomplished. Hard work from everyone on the team. And many nights at 2 a.m., I almost got divorced because my husband thought I was having an affair, not understanding that we were there putting specifications and operations together to meet the requirements of ISO. This revolutionized the way we did business. Before ISO, we were depending on our customers for standards, not us creating standards, and including having to recall Wray and Nephew overproof. Guess why? The crocodile on the label was gray and not black. And the consumers swear by the Bible that the rum was weak because the crocodile was gray. And so we have to be very careful with this brand, careful of that crocodile. Now, there were instances where we were bottling one liquid followed by another without proper cleaning procedures, and ended up one day with vodka contaminated with Wray and Nephew overproof, which we didn't realize until 2 hours later when the results came back from the lab. But guess what? The truck was already on its way to Moby to customers. So we had a sort of half-crazy GM at the time. He jumped in his car, it was a sports car, drove down the truck and stopped it. And so we prevented contaminated vodka reaching the consumers in Montego Bay. Now, one thing I've been proud of during my tenure is the transformation of my staff and the people around me. All the staff can tell you, I'm always giving them advice, telling them you can move up in the company, just focus on your skill set and your talent. Because I just like to talk to people and encourage them to become successful. Creating rum provides me with the perfect balance of art and science. And in rum making, I'm not sure where one starts and the other ends. I am immensely proud of our success in the premium age rum category and the elevating of Jamaica rum. Jamaica rum is known for its rich flavor, complexity, and consistent quality. The introduction of small batch ultra premium limited editions have created quite a stir in Jamaica. And one of my favorites being Joy, of course. And it was special to me because Grupo Campari asked me to create a special blend in my honor to celebrate my 20 years as master blender. And I thank them so much for that. Now, Wray and Nephew Overproof has become the bartender's dream and now occupies a premium space in the industry. Who would believe that? Wray and Nephew Overproof is a premium spirit. The engagement of master blenders as ambassadors has created a wider global platform for technical information and consumer education. And in one of my ambassadorial trips, one of my fondest memories is landing in a helicopter on a glacier in New Zealand, sipping Appleton Estate with glacial ice. In true Jamaican hospitality, I offered the pilot a drink. Because it's Jamaica. He reminded me that we needed to reach our destination safely. So I said, thank you very much. I took back the cup. Now, there are many more experiences that I could mention that were both challenging and triumphant that has really helped to not only shape me, but also the rum industry and our philosophy. But today I'm here to share my experience about the parts that make it worthwhile, our people. The staff at J. Nephew remains the heart of what we do, passionately working together, creating exceptional spirits that honor our Jamaican heritage for the last 200 years, while celebrating and looking forward to the next 200. As we celebrate 200 years today, we are just not looking back where we have been. We are preparing for the next chapter of our story. The foundation laid by our founder, strengthened by generations of dedicated craftsmanship and enhanced by modern technology, positions us to continue leading the rum industry for the next 200 years. Thank you all, and cheers to more. One love.
Cheers to more. One love. Dr. Joy Spence, we're so proud of you, the world's first and foremost and Jamaica's very own female master blender. You mentioned something a while ago. Good thing Jimmy was sitting next to me because I wasn't quite certain what the word was, but he straightened me out. Some of you never ever understand it either. Organoleptic. Organoleptic. That is when taste and smell come together and you have that art and that science when you can test these things and watch me, organoleptic. I go and work it out, I go and get there. But you speak about that, when you mention the rum pipeline, I'm glad you explained that you shut it off. Because I said, Jimmy, under Spanish on road, that's social crosses down the end. Everybody have drill and I make sure them get them. Oh my goodness. So that worked out. But when you mentioned you said, imagine the overproof rum is premium. It will be premium because it does so many different things and does it so brilliantly. I'm certain you run out of rum at Christmas time because you have rum for baking, rum for rum punch, and rum for whatever else the heritage says we are using it for at that time. So Charles Ward knew that successful businesses must serve their country, and J. Wray and Nephew believes it. They have believed it, and they still believe it that is so. And so with great pleasure, our keynote speaker is a man who believes in service and leads this nation, this very nation that we are proud to serve. I think it's also interesting to add to a little footnote here and point that he celebrated a birthday yesterday. Oh, you're going like you never celebrated, sir? Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, dear PM. Happy birthday. I want to sing. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, dear PM. Happy birthday. So when you sing the Jamaican version, don't say happy birthday. It don't work. It's Jamaica, so it's birthday, all right? And the H not on it. Hope you had a good day, sir. Hope you had a wonderful one. So that was on the eve of these anniversary celebrations for the 200th anniversary. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the microphone at this time, Prime Minister Dr. the Most Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness.
Thank you, Auntie Faye. Now, I did have some concerns when I saw you sprinkling the libations around the hall, especially when you went over to Tony. Because I know that even a whiff would cause him to become delusional. Her Excellency, Dr. Urja Ashkola, the ambassador to Jamaica from the European Union, His Worship, the Mayor, Andrew Swaby, Mr. Daniel Caron, Managing Director, Campari Group, and other executives here today, and special mention to Dr. Joy Spence. Your story is inspiring. And I'm awaiting your book if you haven't done it already. I'm sure it will make an exciting read. The leadership team and members past and present of Ray and Nephew Limited and the Ray and Nephew Foundation, specially invited guests, representatives of the media, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a good afternoon. Allow me to first express what an honor it is to be with you as we mark this historic milestone, the 200th anniversary of Ray and Nephew. Today, we're not merely celebrating a company, we're saluting a Jamaican institution, an iconic brand that has endured 2 centuries, lifted communities, employed generations, and taken the spirit of Jamaica to every corner of the globe. When John Wray opened the Shakespeare Tavern in Kingston in 1825, few could have imagined that it would give birth to one of the most iconic rum brands in the world. Over the decades and centuries, this brand has become inseparable from Jamaica's cultural identity, a symbol of creativity, craftsmanship, resilience, but above all, excellence. Few institutions in the world, and fewer still in the region, can claim the continuous legacy spanning 2 centuries. Now, there are companies that are older. I believe Barbados may have a company that may be a little older, but maybe only Barbados. But Jamaica would also have a few others that might be older. But certainly in terms of your continuous operations, you could likely, subject to any other research that shows otherwise, I believe you may be likely the oldest continuous operating company in this regard. And that speaks volume for the strength, adaptability, and enduring relevance of this iconic brand. This 200th anniversary is therefore, in truth, a celebration of Jamaica itself, of who we are, how far we have come, and where we are going as a people. We are especially pleased to welcome Mr. Simon Hunt, CEO of the Campari Group, on his visit to Jamaica. Since its acquisition of Ray and Nephew in 2012, the Campari Group has not only safeguarded the brand, but has also invested in its growth. Over US $500 million has been invested in Ray and Nephew since that time, funding new capital projects, modernizing operations, and expanding Jamaica's reach into new markets. This kind of partnership we welcome, one that values our heritage, empowers our people, and contributes meaningfully to our development. We in Jamaica do not take this for granted. The scale of this investment is a powerful vote of confidence in Jamaica's future and in our capacity to compete and lead on the world stage. Together, Campari and Ray and Nephew are helping to expand production, strengthen brand Jamaica, and raise the standard for what Jamaican enterprise can achieve globally. As a government, we are matching this commitment by strengthening the national brand, not just for rum, but for all Jamaican products. We are digitizing export processes, reforming customs, cutting red tape, and modernizing infrastructure so that Jamaican goods can reach international markets faster, cheaper, and more competitively. And as I mentioned infrastructure, this road here, the Spanish Town Road, it is slated for significant infrastructure development. So you need to get in touch with the NWA very quickly to ensure that that pipeline that you have there is not disrupted when we begin work on that corridor. This celebration comes at a pivotal moment in Jamaica's national journey. As a government, we have focused relentlessly on building strong, stable, and globally competitive economy. And today, we can say without question that Jamaica has the best macroeconomic fundamentals that we have ever had, even in 200 years. We have reduced our debt to GDP ratio from over 140% in 2013. Today we are at 68.7%, and we are heading rapidly to 60% by 2027. Our sovereign credit rating is now just 3 notches below investment grade. We have created hundreds of thousands of new jobs, and the unemployment rate is now at 3.3%. That is the lowest in our recorded history of employment. But I would dare say that even during the time of Wray and his nephew, even at the founding, this would still be the lowest unemployment rate. At 3.3%, Jamaica is technically at full employment. We have gone 9 consecutive years without imposing any new taxes. And I'm saying this because, you know, new taxes are good for everyone. But our international reserves are at, and our currency is stable. In fact, Jamaica is the only country in the region with no capital controls and freely floating market-determined exchange rate. When investors bring US dollars to invest in Jamaica, they don't worry about finding foreign exchange to pay their suppliers or pay dividends. And for some, this may be counterintuitive. I mean, the previous way of thinking about the management of foreign exchange is that you have to put controls in so that people don't take out their money and cause your dollar to devalue or depreciate. But it is actually the reverse. It is when businesses and consumers and savers are confident that if I want the foreign exchange, it is there, that they don't take precautionary strategies to hedge against uncertainty. So they leave their money where it is. And leaving their money where it is means that our reserves can grow because we don't have to take the reserves to try and stave off precautionary purchases or stave off any kind of speculative purchases. And that in itself yields greater confidence in the economy. And that's where we are in our economy. This is a major achievement. Now, it may not sound major to, you know, the average person, but for Jamaica to achieve this, it is significant. There is no other country in the region that can claim that of their economy. So if you're an investor and you're looking for a place to invest, that box would be checked. And this is a place for foreign investors to come. There are many other factors that you would have to consider, but certainly the ability to get foreign exchange and to have your capital safe in a stable and certain environment is a major attraction, which is what accounts for the growth that we are seeing. So we have achieved all of this while delivering the longest period of sustained economic growth in Jamaica's history. And I want to point that out to my audience. With 20 consecutive quarters before the pandemic and 13 consecutive quarters of post-COVID growth, we had a brief interruption because of the impact of Hurricane Beryl and Tropical Storm Raphael. Tony would recall this because himself and a few others were very quick to point out that the Jamaican economy is about to collapse, that we had no growth and we weren't growing. Well, you're saying it's not you, it wasn't you. Okay, all right. But a big song and dance was made that our economy isn't growing and our policies aren't working, having no regard that, you know, we've just gone through a hurricane and then immediately hit by a tropical storm. But already in 2025, we are back on a path of growth. You would have just heard Statin's outturn that our economy has returned to the growth path. So the importance of all of what I have said here, and I'm now speaking to, yes, the Jamaican population, but I'm also speaking using this platform of a 200-year-old company that has grown its brand, but more than that is now ISO 9000, so it's management certified. The management of the company, the quality of the company is certified. This is a company that is an asset to be held by a global conglomerate. But there is another important thing which we have achieved as a country and as an economy, which every Jamaican should be proud of now, and that is our economy has attained a level of resilience. Jamaica could never claim resilience as a part of its economic profile before the last 5 years. And you can see this resilience being displayed in our ability to recover from shocks. And so if you consider it, in 2008, 2009, we had a global recession that knocked off a significant part of our GDP. It took us 10 years to return to the level of 2008 GDP. We had a debt crisis sparked by FinSac. It has taken us 30 years to reach the pre-FinSac level of debt. In other words, our debt to GDP ratio today of 68.7%, that is where we were 30 years ago. It took us 30 years to get back to that point. But consider, we have been hit by COVID. COVID wiped off 10% off the top of our GDP. And we recovered that in 2 years. It knocked off 150,000 jobs. We recovered that in 2 years. And better than that, we are now at our lowest level of unemployment. That is the ultimate sign of a resilient economy. Post-COVID, our debt increased. It was going down. It increased to just above 100%. And now we have brought it back down even further. So resilience is something that our investors looking on internationally should be quite comforted to know that if you invest in Jamaica and there is a global shock, the economy is resilient, strong, robust, that it will recover and recover even stronger. And that is a major achievement for Jamaica. So today, we celebrate your 200 years, J. and Nephew, but that 200 years is going to be a platform for the broader Jamaican economy to celebrate, because as a global company, I am expecting that there will be even more investment in Jamaica that will see the company grow even more. Now, we're also transforming the business environment, cutting red tape, streamlining approvals, reducing corporate income tax for manufacturers, and creating a more predictable and competitive investment climate. Step by step, we are focused on removing all the obstacles to growth and to making Jamaica the most business and investor-friendly country in the region. And we are not stopping there. One of the most urgent priorities ahead is reducing energy costs. The current electricity license, which my administration inherited, expires in July 2027. We are using this opportunity to implement bold reform and negotiate a new fit-for-purpose framework and license that delivers lower electricity costs, greater energy security through accelerated adoption of renewables, and improved customer service and stronger accountability. In short, we are building a more resilient, more inclusive, and more prosperous Jamaica. And we are inviting the private sector, both local and international, to be partners in this national transformation. And here I'll just say a little bit about energy, because I know that companies like J. and Nephew, a part of your greatest consideration in terms of your operating cost is the cost of energy. Likewise, for consumers and households, the cost of energy is significant. So for us, in putting together the equation of growth, if we can keep taxes stable, stable economy, exchange rate, stable interest rate, stable inflation, reduce crime, a peaceful country, make the economy in terms of its public bureaucracy more efficient so you can do business easier. And then if we solve this really difficult one, which for the last 40 years has been intractable, the cost of energy, then, you know, as the song said, we want to know who to stop with. That is the reality. So we have taken some bold steps. And I'm saying this again for international investors to appreciate that we are going to take transformational steps to lower our energy costs in Jamaica. And so the invitation for greater foreign investment is even greater. So we are interested in long-term partnerships to build value, create jobs, respect communities, and leave a great legacy. J. and Nephew and the Campari Group, this is the kind of partnership that we would like to see more of in Jamaica. So even as it grows globally, the company continues to deepen its local commitment It has expanded product lines, embraced sustainable production, and digitalized its operations, all while staying firmly rooted in Jamaican culture. Through the Wray and Nephew Foundation, the company has invested 189 million Jamaican dollars in scholarships since 2016, including over $113 million in direct support to communities in Kingston, Clarendon, and St. Elizabeth. In 2024 alone, 356 students received scholarships, a tangible demonstration of the corporate responsibility of the company. Now, I noticed that Tony was also very effusive in his praise for the support of the Wray and Nephew Foundation. I would like to remind the chairman of the foundation that I am just across the road where the pipeline runs. Cut it. So, you know, I would like to just remind you. See what is a beneficiary? I have about 3 other schools. So I'd like to remind you. Oh, St. Patrick's is Tony's. But I have about 3 other schools. And I'm sure, having said this here, I will see a little bit more. Not only the spirits flowing through the pipeline, but some other things will flow as well. So that is the kind of leadership Jamaica needs, the kind of partnership that Jamaica will reward. As we honor the past, we must also commit to the future. In a world of volatility, disruption, and rapid change, the brands and the countries that succeed will be those that combine deep roots with the courage to innovate. Jamaica is ready. You have deep roots here. You are respectful of the community. And I'm certain that you're going to make even greater investments in Jamaica in expanding the brand. So in closing, to the management and staff of Wray and Nephew, congratulations. Yours is a legacy earned through excellence, driven by passion and sustained vision. To the Campari Group, thank you. Your investment is not just in a company, it is in a country, a culture, and a people. As we celebrate this extraordinary milestone, let us look forward with optimism, ambition, and unity. Here's to 200 years of Jamaican excellence, to partnership, to resilience, to prosperity, to Wray and Nephew, and another 200 years. God bless you, and thank you.
Partnerships are crucial to the development of any society, any country, and you made a comment, or several times you spoke about the importance of that. Campari, I hope you understand that the Prime Minister is expecting more investment, right? And you also spoke and reminded us of resilience, and we are as a people a resilient people, and it is coming out in everything that we do, the resilience of us as a people. All right. While you were speaking, I hope I didn't affect what you're doing, but I went from a phone because I wanted to get a Shakespeare quote that had something to do with drink, and I found one. Macbeth. The porter in Macbeth said, and in reference to alcohol, it provokes the desire, but it takes away the performance. It provokes the desire, but it takes away the performance. But it takes away the performance. So but you see, you're thinking in one line. Don't think in that one. I knew you were going to go there, you know. Don't think of that one line alone. Because, you know, Wray and Nephew always says, drink responsibly. Oh, then remind you if you drink it. No, that's not. I know that is not what it meant. But I knew that everybody would go to what it meant. Exactly. 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 Get it, everybody? You heard that? It unmasks the truth. It's not performative. Seriously, no. But I knew everybody would jump to the very obvious, or what you claim to be the obvious. But think about it. All right, we're moving on. We're soon done. We're soon done. And you can get more drink and stuff like that. Somebody told me that I closed off the bar too early when I thought you were on the corner. You're like, lock down the bar. I lock it down. And them lock it down. All right, now to celebrate Jerry and Nephew's 200th anniversary, Master Blender Joy, I'm asking you to do a special job. You have a special duty. I'm going to ask Joy, selected a special brand of rum or a special barrel of rum that is to be bottled and shared with you. This is a 20-year-old single mark pot still, and this is rum from the world-famous Appleton Estate. And I'm going to ask Dr. Spence at this time and the Prime Minister to the stage for a special presentation. This will be, the first bottle will be made to the, let me, make sure I'm not in the shot, all right? You want me to move this? I kind of get out of the shot so I can. Everybody, hold on. Don't take any picture yet. Right. I hear somebody ball out at your live streaming. Yeah, but to make sure the picture look right. Congratulations, Prime Minister. This is special. You're the first person to hold this. There are a few other presentations that we'll be doing momentarily. Remember what I said? 20-year-old single mark pot still rum from the world-famous Appleton Estate. Congratulations. No, Madam Joy, you have to stay there. You have other presentations to make, don't you? Member of Parliament, Anthony Hilton. These two politicians in the room, they're having fun with each other. PM says he won't open that until after the election. And he... No. Anthony Hilton, you have to raise your hand on the bottle because it's your own. Yes. Yes, we could have rubbed him ankle with the white rum. Him spraying it since morning. You think it might give it... Oh, my goodness. PM, you're on a ball today. You're on a ball. All right. Good. Everybody got that? Congrats, MP Hilton. No, Joy. Please stay there, madam. Mayor of Kingston, could you please come on up? Everybody, I'm going to ask you, we are passing around drink just now because you will be asked to participate in something in just a few minutes, not too much longer than that. So hang on, don't just down it all at once. Right, so this is our Mayor of Kingston. European Ambassador, might I invite you, Your Excellency, Area Ascala, to come forward. Jimmy Lawrence, might I invite you to come forward? West Indies Rums and Spirits Producers Association. Right, and could I ask Patrick Lee, representing customers, all Wray and Nephew customers? Mr. Lee, could you come forward? Does he know? Yes, he's coming forward. From the Lee's chain, Lee's Food Fair. And my friends on video, right after this, I'm going to ask you to go to the video. It's a short video, everybody, and then after that, we will be moving forward. Yes, thank you, Dr. Joy Spence. And now we could look to the screen for a short video, and then after that, we have the cutting of a cake, and then we'll close off.
As Jamaica's first registered company, J. Nephew Limited proudly celebrates 200 years of championing the spirit of Jamaicans. Thank you, Jamaica, for creating this long-lasting legacy. From our historic beginnings at a bar on King Street, downtown Kingston, to today's traditions, you've always found a way to make us the must-have ingredient in your lives. Because you know you can rely on our brands to bring people together and celebrate the special moments. From one generation to the next, we keep the good times flowing and the country growing through our contributions to sports, education, nation building, and cultural expression. We've always been and always will be here with you. So thank you all. Let's continue our journey together. Cheers to 200 years of J. Ray and Nephew Limited. Cheers to more.
Cheers to more. Yes, you could put your hands together. Cheers to more. A last bit of information about a particular 1940s, during the Second World War. During this time, lots of things were happening, and the Appleton Estate Special was created, listen to this, as a result of experiments carried out at the Appleton Estate to develop a smooth rum that would serve as a substitute for whiskey. That is 1940. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving now to the last part of the day. John Wray could not have imagined his tavern would become Jamaica's oldest company. We can't imagine what the next 200 years will bring. We will now invite Dr. Holness, MP Hilton, J. Nephew, MD, Daniel Caron, longest-serving member of staff, Noel Dawson, and Mr. Patrick Lee to come forward for the cutting of the cake. It's coming. The PM has a sweet tooth. He says, where's the cake? Everybody has a glass? Or the glasses are coming as well. Mr. Dawson, you're up. We need you up here as well. So it is the Prime Minister, it is MP Hilton, it is Daniel Caron, and Mr. Dawson along with Patrick Lee. Here comes, woo-wee. PM, here is the cake. The entire Spanish Town Road has been brought here. Isn't that beautiful? Who is this designer? Somebody would like to tell me who the designer, who is the person? All right, we're going to ask people, Miss Joy, could you come on up? I think you perhaps need to be in the middle, Joy. Sweet Mischief is the bakery. Photographers, want to make sure that everybody is in place. Everybody keep your glasses, because after we've cut the cake, we have one little thing for you to participate in. Now, this is a replica of the new offices at Spanish Town Road. That's what you're looking at, not the old offices. Not the old offices, the new offices at Spanish Town Road. I can't see, do they have their hands on a knife? Not yet? Okay. Don't make the Prime Minister have to ask me where's the knife, and I'm asking where's the cake a while ago. You're unveiling the cake? So the cake is now being unveiled, and that's great significance in Jamaica's culture as well. If you've ever been to a wedding, an old-time wedding, it will be unveiled. Tell me, Samara, when they have their hands on so I can... They do? All right. It's going to be an unusual instruction for you to cut, so listen carefully, everybody. And now, we're going to cut the pipeline on Spanish Town Road after 3, 2, 1... Could you please lift your glasses, everyone, as we celebrate? I think, right? Because we celebrate. Everyone, are we up? Cheers to more. To J. Ray Nephew. Cheers to more. photos, photo opportunities are now Samara South in the blue dress will be organizing